Hi everyone, it's JoJo and welcome to my channel. So today's video I'm very excited about. I have a number of things to share with you. I will start out by sharing with you some projects I've been working on in the house. I mentioned that I had been doing some crafting and vintage inspired crafts, so I'm going to share with you those, and then stay tuned to the end of the video because I will share with you how to enter the giveaway that I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to go ahead and get started and show you my gallery wall that I've been working on. So this has been a work in progress a couple of years. I've been kind of picky about what I'm choosing for this wall. I don't want it to be all flowers, so I've tried to, squeeze in some birds and kitties and flamingos, and I didn't want it to be all round items, which I keep finding. So I have a little more space at the top of my wall to fill, but I wanted to show you what I put on there so far. I put the Jello mold, like the copper Jello mold. I really love that Florida plate because of the flamingos. There's a little kitty. Now, if you see my Instagram, this is actually my little thumbnail that I have for my Instagram. This was all stuff that my grandma had, all supplies, and the lace, the loop and the fabric. And I just put it all together. I have another one that I hung, but it was all stuff that was hers. And then this flamingo plate is pretty cool. It is actually an Occupied Japan plate, and it is also a souvenir of Florida. The trays, the middle trays, my best friend got me those for my birthday a couple years ago. But as you can see, it's just a little bit of everything. This painting actually, I've had for quite some time. I may have even featured it in a haul. I got this at Goodwill, and it is signed by the artists and their irises. So that's one thing that I've been working on, just kind of piecing together different parts for it. And so now I'm going to show you the shelf that my husband built for me, and I'm super excited about. Okay, so this is the shelf that my husband put up for me to display my milk glass mugs. I really love them, and I just didn't want them to be in the cabinet all the time. I wanted to look at them. The shelf turned out way better than I had imagined. The crocheted hot pads that I put around the edges, my grandma did most of them. There is a couple that she did not do that I have picked up, like at a garage sale or Goodwill or whatnot, but most of them she did herself. And so I really like that special touch because I can look at those every day. I didn't have much problem decorating the shelf actually. I put this together within less than 10 minutes. I kind of already knew what I wanted to put on the shelf and laid it out. And so once I put it, I moved a couple things around for the height and stuff like that, but for the most part, I wouldn't change a thing about it. But I just thought I'd share that with you. If you're looking for something to, display your treasures to, maybe this will give you a little bit of inspiration. Okay, for the first craft project that I've been working on, I wanted to show you these necklaces I've been making. This material for this necklace came from a 1930s flour sack. And I have several pieces of feed, flour, vintage material that are just kind of stacked in my closet. I love looking at them, but I was thinking a lot of them are too small to actually upholster something with or to turn into like a clothing item. So at my local craft store, I saw these glass pendants, and I have two sizes of them. And I thought, well, that would be really neat to put the material on the back of it and wear it as a necklace. So this one is a butterfly that I did, but I've done several other ones. These two right here were from the same piece of material that you see here in the left corner. I found that material at the Goodwill in a bag of just, I don't know, it was just like a random bag of material. And I just thought it was so cool with like the gold and the teal and the pink. So I picked out a couple of those designs in there and made these necklaces. This one right here is from a while back. I had taken a little lamb planter, and instead of putting flowers in it, I put a little pin cushion. And this material that I used in the necklace is the same one that I used for that planter. Now those are all authentic vintage material, but I'll move these up here so you can see them. But this one here is just like a little vintage inspired. It's a little Cupid doll. I have done a lot of these, all different types of prints. Here's a Celtic knot, and I made several of these for my family. My mom's side is all Irish, so I made these for them. But I've done it for my friends and my family, and I have made up quite a few. There is many more designs I have not shown you. This is just a little bit, but I just wanted to give you a taste of something I had been working on. I'm not sure if anyone, on Instagram or Etsy or anything like that. Well, I don't have an Etsy, I guess. eBay is what I meant to say. Would be interested in something like this, because I would definitely make more if I thought you guys were. But for now, I just thought I'd share with you one of the projects I had worked on, the crafty type things. And then I have 2 more things to share with you, and then I'll get to the giveaway. So this is an vintage inspired craft that I had been working on. Many years ago, I had purchased some scrapbook paper that were vintage inspired. They were based off of old wallpaper, flower feed sack material, and the graphics were all really neat, and I bought several different themed ones. But the problem is, when I got them, they were so neat that I didn't want to put my photos on them to cover up the design. So I've had them for a very long time. I came up with this idea because the same day I was in the craft store, I came across these clear glass squares. And in the same idea of being able to put the material on the back of the pendants for the necklaces, I thought, well, maybe I could put the scrapbook paper on the back of the clear squares and use them as coasters. And it worked out really well, and so that's what I did. I'll show you all the designs that I made. I actually have a couple more sets that I can make that I haven't made yet, but these are the ones I've done so far. So this is a ballerina, and if you look online, you can find this print itself was a feed sack material from the 1930s, but I thought she was so sweet. And then on Amazon, I found a sticky coaster back. Now they're quite thin. At first I wasn't sure if I liked that, but I like it a lot, and I'm very glad that they're thin, and they stuck on real well. I just used a decoupage to put the paper down on the glass, and then I turned around and stuck the cork on the back. And this cork from Amazon is waterproof, which I really liked. So I have 4 of each coaster, and I did different themes. So this is the ballerina theme that I did. And then let's go to this one. This is still the scrapbook paper that I had got. So this one is a cowboy theme, like a Western theme. And the teal background was really neat for that one. Now I tried to, with each piece of paper, find different areas to cut so none of the coasters are exactly the same. There's that one. And then we live by an amusement park, so I thought these were perfect for that. Now they're not absorbent for water for your glasses, I know that, but we've used these many times and they're very functional. Now the last 3, these are papers that you can still get. Gosh, if I can think of the name of the paper company that made these, I'll put it in the description box. I just can't think of it right now. But these ones I actually glued different parts together. Like there was a chocolate cake paper, and then I just cut out the little girl on another page and put her on there. So I kind of pieced these together underneath the glass first. I love this one. It says it's going to be a party. You know what? I should have got these out for my birthday. I totally forgot. That's the other thing. I made these and then I forgot that one in the drawer. So this one is a wedding or anniversary themed one. And these are from the same company as that last party one that made these papers. So like I said, if I can think of the name of that, I will put that out because you can still get these papers. So you can make your own. And then the last one was just a set. Now these ones didn't come out as good as I had hoped. I used Valentine, like they were like paper bags that I cut up and put that in. They're not as great as I had hoped. And to be honest, I think I used like a glossy decoupage where I really needed a matte. So that, you know, didn't work out as well either. But I put a sticker in the middle of this one. And then this one is all part of that paper bag. And there you go. I have one more project to show you and then it's giveaway time. Okay, so if you follow me on Instagram, you will already have seen the last project that I had worked on. But I really wanted to just share it with all of my subscribers in case some of you do not have Instagram, which is just fine. So if you have followed me for a while, a couple of years ago, I had found in the Goodwill some unfinished embroidery projects. And while I was sick and not feeling well, I just YouTubed some embroidery, you know, how-tos. And this is a basic embroidery that I did on the mixer cover. And unfortunately, I tried filming this over in the corner of my kitchen on my mixer so that you could see it, but the corner was too dark, so I brought it over here to the table. But I just wanted to share with all of you, especially those who have followed me for quite some time, what these turned out looking like after I finished them. And if you haven't seen that video, I will try to find it and put that up above so that you can click on it and see what they look like before they were done. But the first thing I did was this clown hot pad. And the reason why I started with this, oh, there's a hair on there, sorry. It was already partially done before. This was just like a half finished project that somebody did. And so I wanted to kind of get like, just figure out how to do it first. And the deer, I absolutely adored, so I didn't want to ruin that project once I started. So it was a little rough. I doubled up the thread, which I didn't need to, so it was a little thicker than I wanted it. But I'm glad that, you know, this is the one I chose to kind of practice on. So the next thing I did was this hot pad, this deer. And again, the mixer was something that I really wanted to make sure I made no mistakes on. So this was my first, like, let's say practice deer, but he turned out gorgeous. All the colors I think were pretty close to the ones that they suggested that I used. And then finally, as you can see, the mixer cover. So I just wanted to share that with all of you, especially those of you who did see that haul that I did, and I just wanted you to see the finished projects. Okay, so on to the giveaway. All right, now for the fun part, the giveaway. So I wanted to start out by saying I really appreciate and thank all of you so much for just being there for me, sticking with me, even though I took a long hiatus. It really means a lot to me. And I appreciate all the new subscribers that I have come over to my channel. And so I decided the best way to thank you is to do a giveaway. I have asked in the community section of YouTube whether you wanted the prize to be a surprise or if you wanted to know what you'd be receiving, and everyone says surprise, so it will be a surprise. I want to start out by saying what inspired me to do this type of giveaway. So probably last year sometime, I was in the Goodwill and I picked up this world map. And it is an old vintage world map, and it has like a felt green edging to it. And the thing that I really loved about it is it has little puncture marks in the map where somebody would have put like a thumbtack as to where they visited. And that really got me thinking about this giveaway and how to do it, because I know so many of the subscribers come from all over the world, and I think every YouTuber could probably say the same. One thing that I mentioned in my birthday haul video is that I collect postcards. And I have collected postcards for quite some time. And ever since I was a kid, I loved them. And still to this day, whenever I visit somewhere, I will get a postcard as a souvenir. A, it packs really well. And B, it's just a nice memento and a memory and something visually that you can see that reminds you of that trip. So to enter this giveaway, it will take a little more effort on your part. I'm asking everyone to send me a postcard. It could be a vintage postcard, an antique postcard. It could be, you know, just where you live, whatever you like. But I would love to just have everybody send me a postcard. And so instead of drawing a name out of the hat, I will draw a postcard, your postcard. And I may even show them on my channel so everybody can see where everyone's coming from. But there is a couple things that I need on that postcard. If you do not have an Instagram account or some way to contact me, I need you to put your YouTube name on the back of the postcard and also your return address so that if I pick you, I know where to send your prize. If you have Instagram, if you can still put your YouTube handle, your YouTube name on the card, it would really help me out, and then I'll know what to look for so that you can message me. Unfortunately, I realize I'm way behind on my Facebook page, and that is something, again, that I am definitely going to focus on in the coming weeks and get that up to date. But for right now, the YouTube and the Instagram are the best ways to get a hold of me. So since everyone is coming from, you know, from wherever in the world, I don't know where, you know, I want to make sure that I leave enough time to receive everyone's postcards. So this is going to be a little bit of a longer duration so that I can have enough time to receive everybody's thing. So it will actually be, it will end 1 month from today. So today is September 18th. So October 18th, I will pick the name or the postcard out so that you know, the winner then. Sorry, I'm stumbling around on my words. So anyway, that is how you enter. Please leave a comment below and let me know if you will be sending me a postcard so I can look out for it. And hopefully within the coming weeks, I can show some of those when they're coming in. So my P.O. box will be in the description below. It is Milan, Ohio, which happens to be the birthplace of Thomas Edison. It is not Milan. So it is Milan, Ohio. And you can address that to Lakeside Treasures with JoJo. And I will look forward to getting all these postcards and then picking the winner. And I will definitely make sure that your prize is worth your effort. So thank you so much for watching today. And I will look forward to talking to everybody soon. Take care.